Today's sponsored hot topic is about Jeff Dobney, Austin Yavorsky, and Dallas Santana. And you guys can all come on and be part of the conversation now. They represent Pepe Soho, an award-winning nature and landscape photographer from Mexico, who, following a series of life-changing events, developed a love for photography in his early 40s. During this therapeutic process of framing and capturing nature's purest moments, he discovered a path to healing and self-discovery. Fellows, welcome to Edge of NFT.
Thank you very much.
Great to be here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
I think it's thematically appropriate, right? We're talking about flying a lot on this episode and sort of breaking new ground from a technological perspective with this incredible digital art revolution that we're in. And what you guys are doing with Pepe Soho is really cool. I'm so excited to hang out with you guys in Art Basel and just get to know more of the inspiration behind this project. But Austin, maybe you can kind of kick it off and tell us a little bit about Coming Home, which is the first NFT art collection that lives both in the metaverse and on the moon. So another place for Andrew to visit.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, thanks for that. Yeah, we're all sort of career technology and crypto people for a very long time, and we were exposed to Pepe through just a wonderful network of people that we know in Latin America. He's a world award-winning photographer and really just has a tremendous focus on capturing nature in ways that I've personally never seen any artist do, to the point where when you look at a lot of his photographs, you second guess whether or not they're actually real. So through a series of conversations about a year ago, we went down this path of, well, there's a lot of artists that are trying to do NFTs, but they're, effectively not very good at it because they're just taking, 2D representations and making them other 2D representations. There's a lot of programmers trying to do art, but they're not artists. How can we not only bridge the gap between those things, but also, create a new experience that allows the artist to sort of step into a new medium? Which is when we went down the path of the metaverse and the experiential side. So it's a really interesting collection in so much as that we're combining physical pieces with NFTs, with a metaverse experience. And then to top it all off, we were selected from a very small group of people internationally to have this represented on the next lunar mission through the Artemis mission of SpaceX and NASA, in a foundation called the Arch Foundation, which is effectively responsible for capturing humanity and any evidence that we might have of our existence to future generations or other species, if you will. So yeah, that's kind of where it came from and where it's going, and we're super excited, getting ready to launch here in about a month for the first drop.
Yeah, I'm on the Pepe Soho NFT Twitter. Maybe Andrew, I saw you Googling, maybe you're over there too, and this art is absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, it's amazing. And a lot of it was, how do you capture that experience that he felt in the moment to capture those images through his lens and allow other people to get even relatively close to that, right? And so the way that we did it was creating these very in-depth metaverse environments using some of the latest graphics engine technology, including sound and feelings and so on and so forth. So it's turned into something really, really quite interesting, in that you're actually stepping into the pieces that were captured.
Yeah, holy cow. You could really see how special those are. If you get a chance, for any of the listeners, definitely poke around there. There's some amazing, really breathtaking stuff. But Jeffrey, we want to also get some more background on Pepe Soho, because it's a really interesting, story and just compilation of experiences that have really articulated themselves in these images. But it's an exceptional story. Give us some background.
I'd be happy to. Thank you. Pepe is a dear friend of mine and an amazing human being. And he's been living this healing journey for the last 20 or so years. Previous to that, he always lived a life of arts. He was a nightclub owner. He was a fashion designer. He was a drummer in Los Angeles. But the Pepe Soho story sort of starts there. But the healing journey started about 10 years ago when he found himself wildly successful and struggling to find his own happiness. And though he's won 2 World Photographic Cups and a gold medal in the Photographic Cup, also educated at the International Center of Photography in New York City. But Pepe is an open-hearted, beautiful, sensitive, vulnerable human being. And you see that in his artwork. And the last 10 or 12 years, he's dedicated on this journey of healing and helping others heal. And through that process, he opened up an immersive museum here in Tulum, Mexico called Mystica. And Mystica is an immersive, meditative, experiential museum. And about 50% of the people who enter Mystica leave with goosebumps, tears in their eyes, and a pure, visceral, deep experience. And that's Pepe's goal. Pepe is 52 years old now, and his goal for the rest of his years is to help people have feelings that help them to feel better on their journey of healing. And why, knowing him so well, he never likes to talk about those things, but highlighted in Forbes, Huffington Post, countless other things, a huge Dubai expo called Expo Dubai 2020, where he did a pop-up and about 300,000 people entered his immersive sanctuary installation over the course of 6 months. So if Pepe were here with you today, he would tell you he's got one sole journey moving forward, and that is to help people feel good.
Wow, yeah, look at it, some of those images of Mystica, and even just the images of people responding to it, and you can see exactly what you mean, like the looks on their faces and just the raw emotion. Wow, that's super powerful. Very, very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such an amazing human being, and one of the most humanitarian artists that I've met, in that he literally, when he's here at the museum, he's there from open to close. He's greeting people. He's even running tours. He's in the gift shop. He's conceptualizing the next shoots, and he's sharing that with everybody. And that's what makes Pepe so interesting, and so he's so accessible. If you're ever in Tulum, Mexico, he's not a hard person to find. He doesn't hide from people. He loves to have heart-to-heart conversations about their journey, and he's on top of being an amazing artist, he's an amazing listener, and he does it all day long when he's at Mystica.
I'm just reflecting on obviously a lot of differences, Andrew, but also some similarities with Zipsy in terms of her curiosity and focus on humanity and relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna actually resonate with that, because when I was formulating the conceptual aspects of supernormal artwork, is that she wanted to emphasize the elements of human emotions, human connections, and how female and male, or just lovers express their feelings and emotions. And every aspect of that has been reflected on the Supernormal's 8,888 avatars, which is why people can always find at least one character from the collection that they resonate with.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like similarities with Pepe's work, where you go to this gallery and there's just like one piece that just like moves you just because it speaks to you personally.
You oftentimes see, when you're inside of the gallery, people at 15 minutes, 20 minutes just standing in front of one of the large format pieces before they went into the immersive event, the immersions, and they're just looking at his 2D art, and their mouths are open, their eyes are wet. They're usually talking to the person next to them, how they're having true, feelings from their heart, from their soul. They're feeling it down the back of their neck. And this is common. And that's probably Pepe's superpower, is that he's able to evoke that emotion through his work, but in a massive amount of people.
Yeah, this theme of healing through art, music's included in that. I know it very well as like a musician and a creator, that feeling of kind of almost needing to do art or music therapeutically, right? It just makes me feel better, helps me cleanse, things like that. And I don't know what the experience is like for like non-creators, right?
Right.
But I do know, I just had a conversation with a friend of mine actually a couple of days ago, and he was saying it's, it's difficult for him to feel emotions, but one of the things he does is he puts on music, right? Like he has these go-to songs. If he's feeling sad, if he's feeling happy or whatever, he puts them on so that he can sort of access those things. And so, yeah, that's the way I envision it. It's sort of like it's a partner relationship between creators and those that are sort of consuming or experiencing art, and it's all around like the human necessity to varying degrees of people to access emotions around art. It's very cool. I wanted to touch base here with Dallas, who we have here, and because I think you might be able to tell us a bit about the Space Blue Luna Prize Art Museum Mission to the Moon. I know Miami Art Week, Art Basel's coming up. What is the NFT call to action here for that?
Sure. Well, we will be there during Miami Art Week in Art Basel. All of us will be gathered there. We're going to have Pepe's artwork on display there. And you can learn more about that and get on the guest list. We do have a VIP guest list, and you'd want to email VIP@Space Blue Club, spaceblue.club. Once again, that's VIP@spaceblue.club to get on the guest list and be a part of the experience there. We're really excited. We're going to have some of the engineers and scientists who are behind this project at Arch Mission, who's going to be joining us in Galactic Legacy Labs and, of course, Space Blue. We've all come together, and we're really excited about working with Pepe. He represents the ultimate artist that represents humanity. This project is about bringing art, digital art and engraved art, which ends up being put on a payload on a lander. And this lander will be sent on SpaceX in the first quarter of this coming year. Will be sent. It will land on the South Pole. The other day, when the Artemis mission left to go to the moon, it was a big deal. It was part of a $50 billion program with NASA. During that Artemis launch, they mentioned that there is going to be this project coming up, this lander, which will land there on the South Pole. It has a scientific mission, but it also has a very historical art mission. And we're taking art to the moon, not physical art, but engravings, twin copies. So with Pepe's artwork, his beautiful artwork, what's going to happen is that the engravings will be made twins of this onto these plates and put into the payload onto SpaceX on the Nova C lander that Intuitive Machines has created. And that will be sent to space. The testing on it has indicated that this should survive for about 1 billion years. So if you think about art in the world and all the great excavations of art in the world, such as in Egypt and so forth, which goes back 5,000 years, can you imagine a time capsule on the moon that's going to house Pepe's artwork for over 1 billion years? It's really exciting, and it provides something that's very valuable at this time in the NFT industry, to have this sort of utility that's added to projects. So we're really excited about working with Pepe. Obviously, his artwork is beautiful, stunning, and it absolutely represents Earth and humanity. So it's a good fit for our mission. We're really excited about working with him.
Can we get Andrew on this ship though to the moon too? Because he wanted to fly, and we're getting him closer and closer to that goal. So I don't know. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah,
maybe get a body painting or something, and that counts.
We'll definitely talk about that. We'd love to know more. We do want to represent everyone in the world that we possibly can represent from different regions. South Korea is obviously very important to all of us in the world, and technology and NFT innovation. So that's something we should definitely chat about. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, and by the way, you didn't mention we'll be there as well. So some of the Edge of NFT crew will be on site, hanging out with these folks in the Wynwood area, which is really a really special part of Miami. So Ariel, Audrey, myself, Ethan will be making our way to Miami right after Thanksgiving, and hopefully shake off that food coma and and experience some beautiful art. And I appreciate the invitation, guys.
Exciting.
100%.
And one other thing I wanted to mention to make sure we touched on was just that coming home minting and pre-sale and how folks can get involved there. So just wanted to make sure we got that out as well. Is that something you can share?
Yeah, right now, if you go to pepesoho.io, which is the one dedicated for the NFTs, there's a countdown, there's a sign up going on there. We will have at Art Basel the actual experience. So this is with VR headsets. If anybody wants to come by and have that experience firsthand, you're welcome to. We have a lot of private collectors that we've already sort of shown them early stage things, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty substantial event. So yeah, we encourage anybody to either go to the website, or if you're in Miami, come see us there. We will be there for Art Basel, and we're also staying on for Techno Art, which happens the 8th through the 10th of December. So it's going to be about 2-3 weeks there in Miami.
Nice. And I did want to touch base because I wanted to make sure we didn't miss it if we had one here. But do we have a little giveaway that we had queued up? I'd seen it in the notes before, but it might have slipped through the cracks here. I just wanted to check in with you guys on that.
No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No worries. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff on socials. So check out on Twitter and Discord to take a look to see what that's going to be. It's going to be interesting.
Nice. Awesome. That's cool. And speaking of that, where should we send folks for your various social handles? Want to make sure they have it dialed as far as where to follow you, the project, and everything y'all got going on.
Yeah, so you can find us on Pepe Soho NFT on Twitter. Discord channel is linked there as well. And yeah, big community. Like we said, the project's been going on for a bit over a year. And we're finally getting to that point where the drop's coming. So it is very interesting. We've had to shift around a little bit with launch schedules and whatnot, but as it's coming right now, it's getting down to the wire. So we're excited.
Andrew, I'm sure you're familiar with that emotional state right before the first drop, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I could talk about this for hours, but the TLDR is that it is very, very heart-wrenching. Like it is very, in a positive way. It is a very exciting and enthralling moment.
Well, Austin, Jeffrey, Dallas, thanks so much for joining us and sharing all the fun stuff you have going on around Pepe Soho. Looking forward to experiencing more of it here real soon.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, catch you on the
Thanks
flip
for
side.
having us.
Take care, y'all.
Great.
Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.
See you soon, guys.